from a 47-year-old business owner. The person has had a very weak earnings history that raises the question, should I increase my paycheck to generate additional Social Security earnings and savings over time? What do you think?
Business owners tend to fall into this, right? They, report fairly small earnings, and then they get closer to retirement and they're like, uh-oh, what do I do? Does it make sense for me to bump up my earned income so that I can increase my Social Security? I would say, generally speaking, yes, that would probably be a good thing, particularly since the laws have changed and we can't really, not many of us will be able to in the future leverage a spousal benefit of, more than $1,400 or $1,500. But I'll tell you this, go to ssa.gov, Social Security Administration.gov. And if you click on the search engine and put in online calculators, you'll come up with a bunch of benefit calculators. And the one you need for that gives you a great what if scenario is called, very boringly, online calculator. It'll ask you what you will earn in 2019 so that you can look at that as a business owner to say, okay, if I bump mine up, what will that do to my estimated benefit? It's a very valuable tool that I would encourage you to use.
Somebody approaching 50, can they do things that really significantly increase their monthly Social Security benefit later in time? I mean, is it worth doing? Is it worth thinking about? Or are we talking about, $4 here?
Well, it depends on the person. I would say the 50-year-old needs to be saving more. But, the 50-year-old, it depends, because, again, every situation is different. If the 50-year-old has lots of earnings years, then they're not going to be affected as much as the 50-year-old business owner like Della, who has reported lower earnings and maybe passed through some of her earnings that wasn't subject to Social Security. So her being able to flip the switch and report more of those as Social Security taxable earnings will have more of an impact on her benefit than a 50-year-old who's been in corporate America, has paid and has made relatively decent earnings, short of getting a huge raise. I don't know, how much it would impact that person as much as it might in someone in Della's position. Puzzle that you're putting together.